Hi there, welcome. I'm Heaven Strothers. I'm the owner of Terra Tovela, based out of Monroe, Washington. We are a small catering company. We do farm-to-table catering. I work with 40 local farmers in the area, bringing fresh produce to your table. We are here at a beautiful venue right out of Snoqualmie, and it's based right at the edge of Mount Si. We're at North Fork Farm. They have graciously shared their space with us today and given me the opportunity to bring Terra Tovela's table straight to your home. All right, today I'm going to be cooking a few different dishes to share with you. First, we're going to start off making our grape crostini, which is a great appetizer. And then we'll move into making a beet salad. And then after that, we'll teach you how to make the roasted chicken with carrots and faro risotto as sides, ending it with a Dutch apple pie for dessert with some delicious ice cream. First, we're going to start off with the grape crostini. I'm going to show you how to make a crostini. You'll need to put your oven at 350 degrees and grab yourself a baguette. So we're going to cut this baguette and we're going to make it almost kind of into a small bite-size chip, kind of like this size. And depending on how large of a party you're preparing for, I'm just going to make 4 today, just to kind of give you an idea. So I'll put this aside, and I've got some olive oil. And I'm going to just lightly put the olive oil on top of the crostini. Just using my finger. You can use a spoon if you'd like. I'm going to do both sides of the bread. That way it's cooking or baking in the oven. It'll get a nice crisp texture and a nice crunch. And once this is done, we're going to top it with a little bit of salt. All right, I'm going to get myself a cookie sheet here. I've lined it with some parchment paper. All right, I'm going to just place it right on this pan and add a little bit of salt. And place it right into the oven. I'll be right back. Okay, so while that's going, I'm going to start getting our salad all ready. And just kind of clean up as I go. I've got our arugula, and we've got roasted beets right here with some pickled beets and some raw beets. And then we've got goat cheese to go on top and some hazelnuts along with our agrodolce dressing. All right, we've got ourselves a salad bowl and some fresh arugula. There we go. And I'm going to add in some roasted beets here. So to roast a beet, you can just put it in the oven and roast it for about 1.5 hours, 2 hours with some olive oil and salt and pepper. You don't want to peel it at that time. You just kind of want to leave it as is and let it do its thing. Once it's roasted, the actual skin will peel right off. You can slice it. I've made little tiny shapes. I'm just going to put it right into this salad here. And now we've got some pickled beets as well. Pickled beets is you just slice up that beet after you actually peel it raw, and you put it in pickled mixture, which is a vinegar, white vinegar, and any kind of seasonings you want to add into it. You can add salt and regular, you could do like pickles with dill, but there we go. I'm gonna wash my hands here. All right, so far we've got arugula, our roasted beets, and pickled beets. Next, I'm going to put in a few yellow raw beets, just kind of for some fun color. And so far, I'll show you what we've got. All right. Our next ingredients will be some goat cheese. Just kind of sprinkle that on top. I'm going to use a spoon here. Goat cheese is kind of sticky, so you kind of want to break it apart as you go. All right. Rinse my hands off. Okay, we're almost ready for this salad here. I'm gonna add in, let's see, some salt, a little bit of salt, Maldon salt, a little bit of pepper. And I'm gonna hold off on adding the dressing until we're right about to eat. That way your salad doesn't get real soggy. I'm going to set this aside for now. All right, and we're going to pull the crostinis out because they are finished. They are a nice golden brown. All right, so now that the crostini is fully baked, we're now going to put together our grape crostini. All right, so we've got a grape chutney, which is made out of brown sugar, water, salt. You want red seedless grapes, and you're going to put it into a pan, and you're just going to kind of get it really melted, molded into what would look almost kind of like a jam. So we will include the ingredients on here as you're watching at the end. We're just going to spread this grape chutney right on top of the crostini. You could put thyme, rosemary also into your mix while you're cooking the red grapes down. That will give some delicious flavor. I don't know about you, but I'd kind of like my crostinis to have lots of goodness on it. So I kind of tend to put a little bit extra on my bites. If you've ever had grape chutney, it's kind of like, well, almost like a grape jelly. Just not as sweet. Okay. So I'm gonna get a little platter here. And we're gonna plate our crostinis right onto the platter. And we're gonna top it with some blue cheese crumbles. I know a lot of people don't really like blue cheese, but with this grape chutney, it's really good. It's a nice combination, nice flavor. Right, a little bit more there. And then we're going to garnish it with some thyme. There we go. A little bit spread on top. A little bit for some flavor, but also for making it look really pretty. I'm all about color and flavor all in one bite, so. All right. And there you have your grape crostini. right, now that our crostinis are finished, we're gonna go ahead and toss our salad. We've got our beet salad here with the goat cheese, and we're going to toss it with our agrodolce dressing. Just pour it right on top. There we go. And we're going to toss it here. All right, there we go. And when you're plating your salad, you're gonna want to also kind of put a little extra goat cheese on top. Plate it on this board here. There we go. Get some extra little beets in there. Make it look delicious. And we're going to top it with some more goat cheese and some hazelnut. Goat cheese is a very soft cheese, so it's it sticks to you. There we go. And topped with some hazelnut. And because I like a lot of flour in my food, edible flours, I'm gonna go ahead and just add some color. Oops. And there we go. We got our beet salad all ready. Now that our salad is completed and plated, we're gonna move into cooking our side. I've got some farro risotto that we're gonna cook today. But in order to get that started, we need to chop up a leek and chop up some mushroom. So I've got our fresh leeks right here. We're gonna roast those in the oven really fast. And we're gonna roast our mushrooms as well. There we go. Get a little sheet pan here. And put our leek back when we're ready. All right, put some olive oil on there. And I've also brought some garlic, so we'll put some garlic on there as well. Just kind of stir it up, and we're gonna put this into the oven. So we're gonna just kind of cut these up real fast and place it onto the cookie sheet with some olive oil and some garlic. Mix that around. Add some salt. And put this right into the oven as well. And while that is cooking, or roasting I should say, I'm going to start the farro risotto. All right. Add a little bit of garlic and some olive oil. We're just going to get this farro a nice golden color. And as you're cooking risotto, you're going to need to add broth and some white wine. So I'm going to start that here right now. So as the leeks and the mushrooms are roasting in the oven, we're going to add some broth. You're going to want to keep this risotto really soft and moist as it's cooking, so that way it's not super dry or too sticky. All right. And this is going to take about 20 to 30 minutes to cook. So you're going to want to allow time for this step. All right, now we're going to check on the leeks and the mushrooms. And next we're going to add these leeks and the mushrooms right into our risotto mixture. There we go. And we're just going to stir it all up. Make sure your heat is kind of not too high, on a medium or to low heat. All right, that's looking great. All right, we're going to kind of set this aside for right now while we get our roasted vegetables ready. All right, so now we're going to get some carrots here. And start cutting off the little tips. Put that aside. There we go. These carrots have been pre-washed, but I'm going to keep the skin on because that's where a lot of the nutrients is. There we go. We've got rainbow carrots here today. We get one little orange carrot. Whoop. All rolling. There we go. And we're going to put some olive oil on there. A little bit of garlic. And a little bit of pimentone. And some salt. And a tiny bit of thyme and rosemary. So with this rosemary, we're just going to kind of chop it up into little bits. And sprinkle it right on top of those carrots for some flavor. And now it's ready to be put into the oven. So we'll be right back. All right, now we're going to start preparing our entree here. We've got chicken. And while the carrots are in the oven roasting, let's get started. All right, so we've got 2 chicken breasts. We're gonna put some salt and pepper on there, kind of give it a nice rub with some olive oil and rosemary. There's our pepper. And let's see, we've got rosemary. We're gonna chop up some rosemary bits. And some thyme here in just a moment. There we go. Okay. Put that on your baking sheet. Roasting chicken isn't too complicated, but with chicken you want to make sure that you're cooking it all the way, for one, and you're keeping your hands clean as well. And I'm going to squirt a little bit of lemon juice on top of our chicken. There we go. All right. And now I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven as well. All right, so next, while we're waiting for some of the items in the oven to finish, we're going to work on our apple pie filling. We've chopped up some apples, and again, it'll be in the recipe, but you can chop up any kind of Honeycrisp or Gala apple. And then you're going to put them into a saucepan, just like so, and add some cinnamon, some sugar, and a tiny bit of water. And let that come to a good simmer, and make sure your apples are really soft before you pull them away from the stove. But you're going to want to get that apple to be really kind of floppy. So we're going to set that there and let that cook for a moment. And once this is all finished, we're going to put it into our pie crust that we've got over here, and add a little bit of our like a crumble, it's like a cookie crumble on top of it. And we'll put those back into the oven for just a few minutes. All right, so now I am just kind of getting our risotto warmed up, and we're gonna get ready to plate our chicken dinner. There we go. So we've got our leek and mushroom farro risotto. With our rainbow carrots. And our delicious roasted chicken. I'm just going to top it off with some salt. There we go. And a little bit of some lavender just for some color on the chicken. And a little garnish. And there we go. All right, so we're now going to plate our apple Dutch pie. It is all finished from baking. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of ice cream just on the plate here. It's a little melted, which we really just want it to be a little bit of a cream. And go. And we'll put a little bit of color on top, just for fun. There we go. And we've got 2 apple pies. And there you have it. We went from start to finish. We've got our grape crostinis, our beet salad, our roasted chicken dinner with risotto and roasted carrots, and now our apple Dutch pie. All right, that concludes episode 1 here at Terra Tovela's table at North Fork Farm. I hope I brought some color and confidence in your kitchen today. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you at episode 2.